Hi everyone, Miss Jean here. Welcome to another Discovery Mountain mini adventure. Well, in our last episode, Peabody, Jake, and Mr. Simon put all their efforts into rescuing Mrs. Amos, an elderly woman whose house was damaged during a tornado. Mrs. Amos was hurt in the accident, and so today, Jake, Logan, and Peabody, plus another special little someone, they're visiting her at the Discovery Mountain Hospital. And it looks like they're up to something. Let's join them now and see what's happening in today's mini adventure called Cleanup Crew. It's episode 3 in this mini adventure series called Helping Hands.
Let's go this way. Not as many nurses.
Jake, I'm not sure this is such a great idea.
But they bring therapy animals. I mean, that's basically what we're doing.
Well, that might be a stretch.
Logan, hide her under your coat.
Got it.
Somebody's coming. Take the stairs, quick. Is she doing okay, Logan?
Yeah, so far. She's pretty quiet now.
The room should be just around the corner, right?
Uh-oh, incoming.
It's a nurse. Hey, the room's right there. Run for it.
Who's there?
Oh, I'm so sorry we startled you.
If you're here to take more blood or bring me more of that tasteless gruel you call food.
No, we're only visiting.
Oh?
Yes, ma'am. My name's Peabody. We were at your house when you were taken to the hospital.
You were?
Yep, and we wanted to see how you're doing. We also thought you might like to see your kitten.
Kitten? What kitten?
The kitten we just smuggled past 14 no-nonsense nurses?
We caught a glimpse of the kitten at your house the night of the storm. When we went back the next day to start cleaning up, she was there waiting.
And boy, was she hungry.
Oh, come closer, young man.
Yes, ma'am. Is this close enough?
That voice. You're the one who helped me when I was trapped inside my house.
I'm not sure how much I helped, but yes, ma'am, I was there.
Don't be ridiculous. You saved my life. I couldn't breathe until this young man lifted something heavy off of me.
I'm just glad you're okay, Mrs. Amos.
Uh-oh, I can't hold her. There she goes.
There who goes?
Grab her, Jake.
I'm trying. She's like lightning. Logan, help.
I'm trying. Oh no, she went under the bed.
Where is she?
Oh my, you poor little thing.
You got her, Mrs. Amos?
Poor little baby, you're so soft. What color is she?
The kitten. Mrs. Amos, are you,
Blind? It's okay to say the word. Yes, I'm legally blind.
Legally? What does that mean?
Oh, Mrs. Amos, this is Logan. He's one of our students at Discovery Mountain Academy. He and a few others have been helping us at your property, cutting branches, stacking wood, and just trying to clean it up for you.
You, young people, have you really been doing that?
We're just trying to be neighborly, Mrs. Amos.
Well, Logan, being legally blind isn't the same as being totally blind. I can see vague shapes and distinguish between light and dark.
Oh, well, the kitten is white with tan spots and orange stripes.
She sounds pretty. What color are her eyes?
Kind of a deep green.
Ah, then I shall call her Ivy for her green eyes. Listen to that motor. She's happy.
Looks like you two belong together.
I'm sure my house wouldn't be as lonesome with Ivy in it. But do I even have a house to go back to?
Well, there is a lot of damage.
Oh, that's for sure. That monster tree peeled off half the roof and sliced your house right down the middle.
Oh my.
Oh, Mrs. Amos, don't cry. I didn't mean to.
Please, we didn't mean to upset you. I'm sure it can be repaired.
It's not your fault. Don't pay any attention to this silly old woman.
No, you're not silly, Mrs. Amos.
You see, I paid cash for the house, cleaned out my savings account.
Oh, I see.
I intended to buy home insurance next month. Money was in short supply.
So you have no insurance?
No, and I'm afraid I'll never be able to repair the house.
Oh, well, don't give up, Mrs. Amos. We're going to help you.
That's a nice thought, but how?
Well, I'm not sure yet, but we'll think of something.
You've already done so much for me, all of you. When I break out of this place, I'm going to bake you the biggest, juiciest blueberry pies I can muster.
Blueberry pie. Pie is my love language.
Well, guys, I think we'd better be going and, let Mrs. Amos get some actual rest.
Oh, well, thank you so much for stopping by. Here, Ivy, you better go with these nice people.
We'll take good care of her. Don't you worry. And we'll find a solution to your problem.
Chaplain Jake, do you really have an idea to help Mrs. Amos rebuild her house?
Yeah, I have to say, Jake, you made some pretty big promises in there.
Well, we'll just have to think of something, won't we? And I know we can if we put our heads together. I just know it.
I hope you're right, Chaplain Jake. Right, Ivy?
Poor Mrs. Amos. She's been in the hospital and now she's worried she might not have a home to go back to. I sure hope Jake and his friends can come up with an idea to help her, don't you? Well, did you notice that Mrs. Amos seemed kind of discouraged at the beginning of the visit? But Jake, Peabody, Logan, and of course Ivy, they were able to encourage her. And this reminds me of a Bible verse. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 11. And it says, "Therefore, encourage and comfort one another and build up one another just as you are doing." You know, life can be tough and we all need encouragement sometimes. Can you think of a time when someone said or did something that cheered you up? Well, we can do the same thing for the people in our lives. Not only does it make them feel better, but it brings a happy glow to our own hearts when we go out of our way to be kind. You know what? I'm going to watch for a chance to bring a smile to someone today. Will you? And be sure to join us next time for the final episode in this 4-part mini-series called Helping Hands. Will Mrs. Amos's home be fixed? Will she be able to stay in Discovery Mountain? We'll find out next time. I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to a mini adventure in Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Visit us at discoverymountain.com to listen to more minis and full episodes on demand. Cleanup Crew was episode 3 of the 4-part mini adventure series called Helping Hands and was written by Lori Lyon.